I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever?
One life,
forever,
one love,
and ever.
one soul.
Today's October 6th, 2019. I'm BrentNally, and we are finishing up here at RAADFest, which stands for the Revolution Against Aging and Death. And I'm here with two incredible human beings, and I'm going to let them talk about some amazing announcements. So I'm going to let Ben take it away.
Yeah. So today, at the final day of RAADFest, it was a little bit of a surprise for me. I wasn't quite sure what the presentation was, but Gennady invited me up on stage, and we had a second surprise within the surprise, a little bit of RAADception, if you will, and exciting announcements also for the United States Transhumanist Party, and that announcement is that my running mate, Charlie Cam, is joining us to promote our Futurist New Deal for America and to bring the message of this revolution against aging and death to the masses. And I'm really excited and pleased. Everybody here loves Charlie, and he's working on incredible stuff. We're actually here at the promotion center for the Institute to Expedite the Singularity. Why don't you tell us, for the sake of our viewers, a little bit about this organization?
I will, but first, thank you for offering me the position of vice president. I'm
honored.
Do a good job of that,
Yes.
and I'm excited about your candidacy. I think it's going to go very, very well. I'm going to do whatever I can to make it so. With regard to what you're asking me, this is called the Institute to Expedite the Singularity, and what we're really trying to do is to move the idea of the singularity, which was explained by Ray Kurzweil in his books, that it would happen in the year 2045. In other words, it's a point in time where computational powers or informational power would be doubling instantaneously. Now, the reason we want to move it forward from 2045 is because when that time comes, it'll give so many beneficial things to humanity. And there was a book written by Ben Goertzel called We Can Reach the Singularity in 10 Years If We Really, Really Try. So those two scientists, Ray Kurzweil and Ben Goertzel, are kind of the inspiration behind what this institute's all about. This institute was founded by myself and Rachel Ray Lewis, who's a big futurist. She was actually an executive producer on several of my music videos, and also Nancy Nicholas, who's also a futurist. We're located out of the Orange County area now. So it ties right into everything that stands for the Transhumanist Party and RAADFest and pretty much all the things that Ben believes in that I do.
And everybody here at RAADFest, these are life extension advocates and supporters and medical researchers with resumes as long as your arm. And these guys, they love Ray Kurzweil, they love Ben Goertzel. We're all very techno-progressive here in this group, and we definitely want to see something like the Institute to Expedite the Singularity, because this has tremendous public health implications. It has a lot of important things that can derive from doing something like this. So I thank you, Charlie, for having the courage of your convictions to start an organization like this. It's a powerful testimony in itself.
Well, thank you. Like I said, this has been an inspiration for me and my colleagues that I mentioned, Ray Lewis and Nancy Nicholas. We're all big fans of Ray Kurzweil, of Ben Goertzel, of Aubrey de Grey, like all of the main players that are in the whole transhumanist life extension community. I'm a cryonicist, so I really believe in these things. I've been very good friends with Ray Kurzweil for most of my adult life. I've known him. I know his family. As I am friends with Ben Goertzel, for that matter. And it's just it's such an honor and benefit to be friends with people that are that brilliant, but they're also at the forefront of this whole movement. So I hope that this thing. And by the way, my board of directors, the board of directors for the Institute, includes a lot of the names that were at the RAADFest, like Aubrey de Grey and Ben Goertzel and Bill Falloon and Jose Cordero. It's really taking off in a big way.
And at the very final event on the main stage, we saw the whole steering committee talking about planning these events, talking about strategizing for a longevity escape velocity, because that's why we're in this. Not an isolated isolated longevity escape velocity, a universal longevity escape velocity. We want to know when that's coming. We want to do what little we can as policy folks to hasten that, because every day 110,000 people are dying from preventable anti-aging illness, and our society isn't wholly recognizing that that's the case, that we can be doing more about this. And it's just been a really, really inspiring 3 days at RAADFest. I'm really pleased to have been able to come.
Keep going.
Yes. Did you have any other favorite presenters or moments that you really enjoyed, Charlie?
I just grabbed the microphone.
I don't
from
have a microphone, but
Sorry.
no, they're all
So
great.
I just wanted to say real quick, I just saw Ben Gortzel in the hallway. That's
Yeah.
what was holding me up from us doing this interview.
Yeah.
I've been a huge fan of his for so many years, and he did agree to do an interview with me on my YouTube channel, so stay subscribed for that.
Yeah.
He's flying off with his wife and kid back to Hong Kong. We couldn't get it scheduled here, but he is such an incredible human being.
Yeah.
I'm so behind what you guys are doing, and it's very exciting, so I just wanted to say that real
Yeah.
quick.
Oh,
And
no
I'll pass
problem.
it back.
No, I think you should run over and get him and interview him. And
Yeah,
He's out of here.
Oh, okay.
And he's with his wife and his little kid right now. So
But he is this preeminent thinker, the preeminent thinker on AI takeoff and AI safety, to be done in a humane way, to be get done in something like an egalitarian way. But all of these folks, when they're looking at this, even people who are maybe a little more acquisitive, a little more proprietary than someone like Ben Goertzel, when they look at something as powerful as a kind of advanced algorithms that, like Ray Kurzweil talked about in his presentation, a predictive algorithm, when they're looking at something that powerful, they're saying to themselves, we have to make sure that this is pretty well open source, because what happens? It doesn't serve anyone to be the most powerful person in the world if everybody just wants to rip your guts out. It has to be rolled out in a way that is in keeping with effective altruism, an increasingly important idea in this community also.
Yeah, and that's important, because Ben Goertzel does have a very compassionate way of looking at the future. He's very optimistic, and he promotes that, and he wants to promote it into the AI, so that it's a benevolent, good AI that he always talks about. And again, as I said, this institute was inspired by Ray Kurzweil and Ben Goertzel, because Ray, of course, describes the singularity so well, and then Ben Goertzel wrote that book, We Could Get to the Singularity in 10 Years if we really, really try. So our goal with this institute is to pull together all the people that have huge monetary resources and then redirect it towards all the different technologies or treatments or therapies or whatever it is that's going to make us get to the singularity a lot sooner, because it will benefit everyone.
Yes. And these are good. These kind of concerns about an AI takeoff, these are good problems to have.
Absolutely.
Because that pretends a post-scarcity world where grand human challenges are being solved in relatively short order. But we do have to do our due diligence in making sure that it's done rolled out in the best way that we can. We know a lot of folks from RAADFest organizers, people who were incredibly prescient, imagining a longevity escape velocity decades ago. And now these views that they've held, and the organizing, the real world work that they've done to see that come to pass is paying off. And for me, a moment where I realized that was more recently, and almost into the post-CRISPR era. It was when Ray Kurzweil became effectively the CTO of Google, because it was a moment where I said, we could actually win this damn thing, as far as life extension is concerned. And I think a lot of people feel that way.
Absolutely.
And can I share one little thought on that? Because I think I have and hopefully people can even hear me from here, but just to make sure. Oh, I don't want to.
No.
So I also remember when that happened, as I'm sure you very clearly remember that as well too. And one thing that brought Ray Kurzweil to the position he is at Google right now is him being a thought leader in the books that he wrote for so many years. My understanding is that Larry Page read Ray Kurzweil's books, particularly The Singularity is Near, and then recruited him to Google. So I just want to shout out a little inspiration to anybody watching right now. we are in an ideas economy. Get your ideas out there in the best way possible. I'm making YouTube videos because I think that my skill set kind of aligns to what can produce pretty decent YouTube videos right now. But Ray is there in that position because he didn't just sit on the sidelines. He shared he was obviously a brilliant inventor. He wasn't just a thinker. He's not just an author. But I just want people to realize that we are kind of creating our own reality in a certain way, and I don't know. It's like, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Is this going to happen because it was just destined to happen, or are we creating it? And I tend to think that we're more creators. So it's exciting to be creating content and helping out in just a little way that I am right now, and so that's all.
Yeah,
sure.
And it speaks to an idea that people are happier when they have something good to do in the world. Somebody like Ray Kurzweil, he's trying to make the world a better place, and I think that gives people a real sense of purpose and joy that they might not otherwise have. So get out of your bubble and start working on this thing that you want to do. And if you can't think of anything, come to the Institute to expedite the singularity, and Charlie will point you in the right direction.
Yeah, you can always find me on Facebook, Charlie Cam. I'll let you know. I'll give you all the information to find out more about it.
Yeah. Well, it's been a wonderful time here. We have Rad City open for a few more hours, and then that's the whole ball game. RAADFest is coming to an end. This is my first RAADFest.
Well, there's going to be another one next year, by the way, also in Las Vegas at the Westgate. So
nice.
If you haven't made this one, try to come next year. It's a lot of fun. It's very informative, and it'll probably save your life forever.
There's that.
Stay subscribed to this channel.
That's right.
It could be the thing that saves you, because sitting on the sidelines is not going to do it.
Yeah. You want to stay informed with what's happening as techno progress, the pace quickens, and also I think it's important to say, you might consider having a quantum political philosophy as well. Because if Ray Kurzweil is right, and we compress 1,000 years of history into 1 year, you want to keep an open mind and keep adapting to what's happening. Pardon me. And if you're so you want to be able to keep an open mind about how to best adapt to changing technology and changing face of culture.
Awesome. Well, we're going to sign off for now. We're all a little delirious. We haven't been getting much sleep the last few nights.
Kind of true,
It's been so exciting.
Meetings early in the morning.
Stay subscribed, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, thanks, Brent. Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you.
Shake your hand again, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
That was fun, guys.
Yeah.
One mind, one love, one heart, one soul. One life, one chance, one hand.
Let's dance inside, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us die young or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. Sitting in a sandpit, life is a short trip. The music's for the sad men.
One chance,
Can you imagine when the race is run? Turn our golden faces into the sun. Praising our leaders, we're getting in tune. The music's played by the madman. Really want to live forever. Forever. play. So many dreams swinging out of the blue. We let them come true. Forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever?
One life,
Forever
one love,
and ever.
one soul.